This is the future.
What you are seeing is the full reveal of Styanax, the new gladiator, Spartan-type Warframe. It's in animated form, and at first glance, you will say to yourself that this Warframe is one heck of a Warframe. I have a full breakdown of this Warframe, and I based my skill predictions on the animated short. I did predict that the Warframe will have an exalted weapon, or it can possibly have more than one exalted weapon and can wield an exalted whip, spear, and shield, and then a sword and shield. Haven that ability will utilize his shield as defense, and poke enemies to death with spear. Well, a spear throw was on its ability, but it turns out that the animated short, what we saw from that, are not the same in reality. It seems like the Styanax that we saw from the animated short is from a different universe, and this leads some players to think that it was misleading. I thought that the abilities we have seen on the animated short will be the same in-game, but joke's on me, I was a fool believing that. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed at first and almost believed that Styanax will be a mastery rank fodder Warframe for me. Well, that thought stops when I closely look into his kit. If you look at his kit closely, you will have some mixed emotions. You will be glad that he is not a mastery rank fodder, but you will also be pissed off getting a deja vu that you already saw in his kit from another Warframe. If you take a look closely, his kit is just like an upgraded version, or even a reskinned version of past Warframes. He got a resemblance with Jaya mixed with Revenant Ash because of his final ability, and some other Warframes that are already in the game. Long story short, his abilities are pretty common, but this doesn't mean that he will not be fun to play. Okay, let me explain by giving you the details of his abilities and how you can have fun with them. So the first ability is called Axio Spear, and what it does is allow Styanax to hurl a spear at enemies dealing damage, and if a target gets impaled, it will create a vortex that will group enemies. It is like Gauss Make Rush Augment, and it's closely related to Zephyr's Air Burst and Jaya's first ability also. Long story short, it is the grouping ability that will allow you to hit enemies with your shield that removes armor and shield, or waste them with your final ability. The second ability is called Tharo's Strike, and this allows you to use your shield and bash enemies, staggering them in the process, and lowering their shield and armor. Also, every enemy hit will restore Styanax's health points, and probably, the damage, health restore, shield, and armor reduction will be affected by power strength mods and will allow full defense strip when you achieved a certain amount of power strength in your build. For the best result, it is wise to use and impale an enemy with your first ability first, so you can group targets and bash them with your shield easily. Next, his third ability is called Rally Point, wherein Styanax performs a rallying gesture, increasing his threat level while energizing himself and allies within distance to regenerate energy points per second, lasting a couple of seconds. Each kills or assisted kill by rallied Tenno restores shield points that overflow into overshields. This ability can be recast while active to refresh duration to full, allowing you to take advantage of the adaptation and shield combo, coupled with the arcane Aegis for maximum survivability with shields. I don't know how much overshield will this give us, and I don't think players will even use the overshield much often, knowing that shield gating exists. It is important to know that you don't need lots of shields for shield gating to work efficiently. Faster shield regen is the key to abuse shield gating mechanic, and I think Styanax can do this with his third ability. Every time you kill an enemy, you gain shields, which will allow you to take advantage of shield gating almost every time. And this will be super easy to do since the Warframe has a grouping ability, and the utility to remove the defenses of enemies, making them very vulnerable to your attacks, especially with your final ability that is called I Just Killed You With My Fucking Spears. I'm just kidding. It is called Final Stand, and what it does is allow your Warframe to rise into the air as he summons an army of ethereal warriors, all hurling a volley of 30 Axios javelins. Each javelin inflicts 2000 puncture damage on direct hit with a slash status chance, then explodes on impact with a surface blast damage. Styanax can move horizontally and reorient his reticle aim during this ability. Take note of slash damage being present on this ability. I think that power strength will play a role in increasing the chance of activating slash, and if you think of it, you can group target, then remove their shield and armor, and then throw some slash procs to them. That is the recipe for a powerful Warframe in my opinion. Okay, let us rewind a bit and get back to his third ability. It may sound good to regenerate your shield only for the shield gating, but you would be doubtful about doing that every time, since his passive ability can increase your weapon's critical chance based on his current amount of shields, including overshields. The passive bonus is doubled on speargun weapons. We still don't know how much, but judging on the past abilities in Warframe, I'm thinking it would increase, at max, 150% critical chance. And take note, it only said weapon, so it could be possible that it will affect all weapon types, I'm guessing. If not, then it would only be primary weapons. Also, I'm excited about spearguns in the Veilbreaker update, since Pablo said that they'll be reworking how it works. Spear guns are just utility mostly right now, and I can't wait on how they will buff this primary weapon. Honestly, the overall kit of Styanax is not mediocre, but some players don't like it because they have seen how it works in other Warframes. Styanax is like a Warframe made from past Warframes, and then skinned with a gladiator skin. He is not weak, he is just a common Warframe, but honestly, I would pick a common Warframe and strong, then a flashy one but a mastery rank fodder. And, who's complaining? Styanax will be free to acquire with no grind or farm required if you log in within a week of the Veilbreaker update. Well, that's what you get from free stuff on this game, a cheap Warframe. It's just a pun, so don't be angry. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.